I don't know why dudes is acting funny in 2023 like we can't wear rose fragrances. You can absolutely pull off a sexy rose fragrance. Do I look like a dude who wouldn't wear a rose fragrance? Today I'm gonna put you onto an exquisite lineup of 6 rose fragrances that dudes can totally pull off with some sex appeal, unique factor, and damn right delicious. Let's roll my motherfucking music so I can put you onto 6 sexy rose fragrances you could wear, my guy. We're all alone. Yeah, for some friends from the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I wanna be Cuba. Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Rose is the name of the game. It's the prominent feature in the scents that I think can really add a different vibe, a different energy, maybe a little bit more character to your life. Dudes can absolutely pull off them rose scents, right? Rose oud is the most popular combination, and yes, it will be featured a lot in this list. However, they all have their own personal interpretations that the other notes are very complementary to the scent profiles. I appreciate a rose fragrance when it's done right, but the problem with rose fragrance is that if it's not done right, it comes off as those terms: geriatric, old, senior citizen, MILF hunter. It's the old lady soft in the head, you know, probably has a little bit of money and I want to be a sugar baby. So the first fragrance I'm actually going to present is a very nice scent released by a content creator like myself on YouTube. And I know those you geniuses are gonna love this one. It's from You Smell Good, Eugene's Les Habitrettes La Doxlier Exquisite. I totally shitted on that name because I could barely spell or read English. This actually was a crazy fragrance, man. It's a very beautiful rose scent profile with a nice deep leather castoreum essences, powerhouse performance, and a very elegant, very sophisticated, super classy scent profile. It's got a deep, rich, woody base, but there's still this essences of powderiness that comes off on this scent. It's a beautiful scent. It's extremely classy. It's completely left from anything else that I would categorize myself as. This is kind of for that well-composed, classy individual who rocks a sports coat like on the regular to go to the bodega. Upon the initial spray, it kind of gave me an old school vibe of like Anateus type-ish kind of shit. It has a little bit of a harsh, leathery, a little bit funky, but the funk doesn't really last long. It's a beautifully executed fragrance, I gotta admit. I had to put it in this list because it's unique, leathery, sexy, very mature, very classy. None of the things I am. Next one. Now the next one is kind of like a supporting actress on rose because it's rose and coffee, and that's Montal Intense Café. This is a coffee and rosy type sexy profile. This is a heartthrob for any fragrance lover who loves coffee scents. This is kind of like a must-have in your collection. Gorgeous scent profile, very sexy, very alluring. It just brings people in and really formulates this kind of icebreaker kind of quality in it. It's sweet, it's coffee, it's latte, and the rose here, it's like a chocolatey rose. So that coffee essence, it's like bitter dark chocolate. It's sexy, it's just very comforty, very inviting. One of these coffee and rose combinations that isn't something that you normally see but work elegantly together. Next one. Although this is a clone, this is pretty much maybe top 2, top 3 best one in that Lattafa lineup, and it's a clone of Atomic Rose by Initio, Amethyst by Lattafa. Great cheapie, easily affordable on Amazon. It's soft, it's sexy, it's inviting. It still has a masculine quality on it, but it's still very unisex as well. For me, the funnest part about this shit is when it dries down, it has this creaminess to it, like a light vanillic extract creaminess off of the skin. Beautiful woods, not too wet. It's just beautifully balanced. There's also the right amount of citrus on the fragrance that still gives it this vibrancy. It doesn't give it any geriatric nuances or anything. It's more of a creamy rose with a vanillic extract nuance and beautiful bright citruses. Again, a clone of Atomic Rose, but it's like sub $50 available on Amazon. You can get the bitch on Prime, and if you don't like it, return it. I mean, I've returned shit on Amazon that I took a full-blown crap in. Gotta love it. Next one. This next rose fragrance blew my doors off when I smelled it. One of the best that I've encountered, period. And that's Zaharoff's Signature Rose. This joint is amber rose done right. Incredible. Super photorealistic, just the right amount of sweetness. Extremely unisex, but plays off my skin beautifully, beautifully, beautifully. I mean, are almost risky. I mean, it's teeter-tottering like the levels of riskiness when it comes to rose. It's like push it to the limit as far as you can. Let me see that bitch hit the rev limiter. Almost just super exceed the limits of how far you can push a rose on a dude, but this one just executes it amazingly. Not an expensive scent profile. It's got a little bit of a oudi factor. Beautiful, crystallized, sugary, sweet rose. Just a rose wrapped in sugar. Just dessertish confectionery style. Gorgeous, gorgeous rose fragrance, dudes. I mean, not priced heavy either. It's definitely one you should try. Next one. For me, this rose oudish combination shares this wet concrete-ish kind of vibe. Very mature, but not old or dated. It's just a super classy scent profile in the house. When they hit nicely, and that's Aramid De Jour. What you get right from this joint is this airy, wet, concrete-ish kind of cementish type vibe, followed by rose. Like, it's a beautiful rose growing through the cracks of a New York City sidewalk that was just recently hosed down right before the shop opened. That's kind of what I get off of this scent profile, and it always played beautifully off my skin. It's crazy to say, but the rose wasn't overly floral off of my skin. It was more of that wet concrete, and the florals just balanced off beautifully. It's a very sexy, underrated scent profile with great performance, beautifully unique from other oud rose combinations, but really one that should be on people's radars if they're willing to try some rose. And finally, this is beautiful powder rose leather fragrance that's stellar off my skin. That's Morescu Imito. Now, I haven't rocked this joint in a while, and in going through concepts for this video, I was like, damn, let me look through some, like, I really want to select some banger roses to put my peoples on. Like, I could pick 50 different roses, but that's not the point. The point of these videos is always to put you guys onto shit that I like, that I rock with, that I really enjoy, and that's the type of shit that I'm on. I would assume other content creators are on the same tip, but I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm speaking for me. Imiro's got this fly, super punchy, slightly scratchy, leathery vibe that actually works. Rarely does a scratchy, leathery sensation deserves the title of sexy, but the leather rose vibes here, and when it dries down, the powder that comes off that iris essence is gorgerific. It opens up with a nice tart citric opening right into the floral and leather, and that floral and leather stays throughout, and when it dries down, it becomes a little bit more floral, but then that scratchy leather becomes more of like a softer suede-ish type consistency with a beautiful puff of powder. Don't sleep, you know just what you're saying. So these are 6 unique, sexy rose fragrances that dudes can pull off. Yes, they may have unisex qualities to them as most fragrances do, but these joints are really like separating themselves from the other. There's a ton of other rose fragrances, right? But I wanted to give you a very unique list with different price points of different genres that you may not have heard of that are really, really beautiful pieces. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Let me know what your 5 or 6 or 2 favorite rose fragrances are in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get your boy to 100K already. If not, I'm gonna get my tits done, and then I'll get there faster. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test. For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.